ready for combat operate. Oh man. Doesn't that just give you chills when you hear that? Ada is definitely one of the highlights of this game. So here, it is our mech. And there, we have one pitiable guy that's soon going to eat a whole lot of pain. Right.
Did I win?
I have confirmed that the target has ceased all functions. You are correct. You did win.
Who are you?
I am Ada, the advanced battle computer of this Je.O.E. I detect that you are not the frame runner who was scheduled to pilot the orbital frame.
No, I'm not. I just ran in here while trying to escape. Whoa!
I have detected several targets exterior to the hangar, unable to confirm the exact number from this position. Move outside following the direction of the arrow.
How do I do that?
Do you want me to explain how to manipulate the frame?
Please.
Yes, please.
Roger.
Although I think for the purposes of well, for the in the interest of brevity, I'm going to skip the tutorial.
This is the end of the training session.
Although the tutorial session has awesome music, which I've just skipped, but
Let us get the Metatron ore
maybe I
from
should have
the
done one
nearest
of them,
item
but
box.
Metatron? What is...
It is an essential element of Je.O.E. It is needed to automatically repair the body. Before going out, you must first get the Metatron ore.
so here
We have obtained the Metatron ore.
we have
Completed
obtained the
automatic repairs
Metatron
to the
ore.
body. Now, following the arrow as indicated, move outside.
And as we'll very soon discover, Metatron is very central to this game. It's one of the themes of this game, as this kind of energy source of the future that powers these amazing robots, such as Je.O.E, who we are piloting. So we have more raptors here to dispatch, and let us do so as skillfully as possible. Although I may do that. So just as a quick summary, since I basically skipped the tutorial, I'll just quickly explain what it is I'm doing here, because it looks cool, right? But it looks very complicated, but it's actually very easy and intuitive, which is one of the main draws of this game, which is its stylisticness. Very stylistic, very easy on the eyes, and it looks very complicated, but it's actually very simple. So basically the premise is you have a robot that has free movement in the air, basically. You can move left, right, forward, back. You can move up and down, right? And your, let's say, horizontal axis of movement is done via the left analog stick, and your up and down movement is done via the triangle and X buttons, or the top or bottom buttons if you're playing on the Xbox. And basically, you have movement that way, and your attack system works in that you have two states, which are close range, when the cursor turns red, and you have long range, when the cursor turns green, right? And based on your state or your distance, you have different attacks at your disposal. So when you're far away, you have energy shots, right? So this is your normal attack. And then if you dash, you have access to a dash laser, right? If you get close, you have your blade weapon. And if you dash into them, you also have a dash slash, like that.
We have shot down the enemy.
There is also a third state, which I'll show here, which you might have seen me using prior to this. But,
Please be careful.
so here we have the unidentified frame, which was responsible for our friend's death at the beginning of the game. So we have a bit of motivation to kick the shit out of this thing. So there is a third state which activates when you dash without moving. So when you press the dash button when you're moving, you dash, but when you press the dash button when you're stationary, you enter what's called burst state, right? And in burst state, if you activate it, I can't quite do it here because I'm being kind of chased around, but I'll show it very quickly. You have access to an energy ball, which she won't really let me use, and if you're in close range, you just saw I did a 360 slash, which all burst attacks break guards. So you also have guard in this game, which I'll show off in a bit as well, which repels all attacks except for burst attacks. So there's this kind of rock paper scissors mechanic, you could say. You could liken it to that basically in this game.
See you again, boy.
See you again, boy.
The target has disappeared. I can detect no sign of vital activity.
You mean that everyone is dead?
That is correct. Good work, sir.
Yeah.
This is Noman.
So everyone is dead.
Slash here. I've arrived at Sector 03, and I'll start destroying the nearby buildings.
This is Night Raid. I've also arrived at Sector 05. Should I just wait here?
Yeah, that's correct. Viola, report your current status.
No need for that. You know what happened.
Don't be so harsh. Your turn will come. Just be patient.
Cool. So I'll let you come to your own judgments about the kind of, let's say, the plot and characterization and the voice acting in this game. I have my own opinions, which I'll shed later on in the game, but I'll let you form your own opinions first.
Your mental condition has reached a level of -8. Your combat operation will suffer substantially at this level. I advise
-8,
you to
holy
take some
shit.
medication to stabilize your condition. I repeat, your mental condition is declining. The message is being received from a commercial broadcast. I shall patch it through.
This is Atlantis. Whoever is aboard Jehuti, can you read me? The unidentified person aboard Jehuti. Do you read me?
Yeah, I'm
I
here.
can
I'm just
understand
cowering
how
in
you
fear.
must
Leave me
feel.
alone. Really? You do understand how I feel?
Listen to me, boy. I saw
Okay.
everything you did on my monitor.
Really?
I also
How'd you do
know
that?
that you're just a juvenile civilian, and you've done all of this.
Well, that's just rude.
But I didn't have any other choice. I was so scared. I couldn't help it.
I'm not accusing you of anything. You proved you
Yeah.
can operate the system.
I wish every time I was scared I could like
I must ask you to do
perfectly
something for
operate
us.
like this
Can you deliver
badass
that orbital
mecha.
frame to our base?
What?
We are a civilian transportation company, and we've been asked to carry that orbital frame, Jehuti, to Mars. Didn't you see any of our people in the vicinity of Jehuti?
I don't
No.
know.
Alan must have been there. He's the frame runner we sent there.
I said I don't know, didn't I? By the time I got there, everyone was dead.
I see.
Along with Alan, I suppose.
He was supposed to operate that frame. Now we need your help. I know you can do it. Please, help us.
He was supposed to be the runner of this frame, but he wasn't a very good runner after all.
Enough to allow you to live
Sorry, bad joke.
anywhere, Earth, Mars, anywhere at all. Please,
No, I don't want to.
listen.
No, you listen.
Yeah,
I
you
could
listen,
get attacked
bitch.
Again. And who the hell are you anyways? Why do you want this machine so much?
Other than the fact that it's a badass
We're
mecha.
just asking for a little more of your help. Please.
I suppose you want me to kill again.
Well,
I want nothing more to do with any of you. Go kill or whatever you want. Just leave me out of it.
Oh
I've
god.
got to be going.
then a lot more people will die.
What?
Everybody will die. Your friends, your family, every single one of them.
Everyone you've ever cared about will
Can't let
die.
them get a hold of Jehuti.
You little
If
fucker.
they do, it will
So
be the
grow a
end
pair
this
of
colony.
balls and do
No, it
something.
may be the end of civilization as we know it.
Whoa, okay. We reached that level already.
Help us.
You say I can, but how?
Oh god,
I
yeah.
can't drive this thing.
Yes, you can. I saw you do it, and I know you can do it again. Please, help us.
All right. I'll do it just this one time, but that's all I'll do.
Okay, that's all we ask.
All right, if you say so.
Thank you.
But I want you to remember one thing. I will never help you kill anybody. Maybe killing is all right for you people, but it's not with me.
I understand. So, we have a business deal. The person in charge is headed to you right now. I can't get through to him, but I'll let you know as soon as I do.
Cool.
Oh, what's your name?
Leo.
Okay, Leo. I'm Elena Weinberg, second in charge of Atlantis. Just call me Elena.
Thanks, Elena.
I can really trust you, can't I?
Well,
Can't
we
I?
don't kill indiscriminately, as you seem to think. Okay. I'll see you later.
Cool. Alright. So we're done talking with
I
Mrs.
will
Lee.
explain the mission plan. The mission is to transport this Je.O.E to Mars in preparation for a battle on Mars. First, we need to rendezvous with the civilian freighter Atlantis and leave the colony of Antilia. However, Je.O.E has just had an overhaul and therefore has only minimum system capabilities. Je.O.E's capabilities will depend on how many function modules we can install. First of all, we need to transplant the necessary modules from the local server in this area. Let me indicate the local server with a marker.
Cool.
You are to proceed to that location.
I'll do anything you say, Ada. Anything. Cool. So, as Ada was just saying, Je.O.E is literally, well, figuratively naked, and we need to arm him with some armaments to make sure that
We have obtained the program.
he's ready, I
We
suppose.
have obtained the scouting mode module. It enables us to fight against more than one enemy at a time. A lock-on related operation has been newly added. Let me bring up a window to explain its operation.
Okay, yeah, so, I'll show you a bit of the music, I suppose. The music is awesome. And this is the tutorial. Cool. So yeah, this is just kind of recapping on what I was explaining about the control scheme of this game, basically. So you have dash. You have normal attack, which is basically an energy shot from far away and a blade slash from up close. You have a dash attack, which is a dash homing laser from far away, and a dash slash from up close. Then we have burst, which is this state. If we do it from far away, we have a spirit bomb, a la Dragon Ball Z, and from up close we have a very devastating 360 slash. We also have a guard, which guards against normal projectiles and normal attacks. And also dash attacks as well, but not burst attacks. So that's how you break guards in this game. Later on, when the AI becomes more sophisticated, they will break your guard if you rely on guard too much. You also have a grab, which basically operates like this. Like that. If you throw them against the environment, they also take more damage. We have a lock-on, which is basically how this game works. We switch lock-on targets by pressing L2, and we cancel lock-on by pressing L1. Also, the way that this game is structured, you'll see soon enough, is basically there are squads in the various areas. And when you get to a certain distance from them, a certain proximity, then you enter battle with them. And in order for them to stop attacking you, and also for you to get away, you have to untarget them and then get off screen from them for a certain period of time, as you said, as you saw, until the counter reaches 0. And the right stick is also attached to a very mediocre camera system. Yeah, so conveniently the camera snaps behind you when you start moving, but sometimes you don't have as much control over the camera as you'd want, based on, you know, the kind of pace of this game.
This is the end of the training session. The module we have obtained allows us to select the command menu by pressing the Start button. You can save the current status by choosing Save from the command menu.
New enemies.
Cool, so we have new guys to beat up.
Let us avoid unnecessary battles. There is another local server in this area. Obtain the Fly-in Mode module from it. Press the Start button to view its location on the wide-range radar map. The green light points to the local server.
Cool. So basically, yeah, so as you can see, you have squads, enemy squads, kind of floating around the map. And yeah, as I said, if you get close enough to them, you enter battle with them. Also, as you can see around the kind of reticle that's surrounding them, below, it shows their level, which basically indicates how difficult they are, how sophisticated their AI is. And also, the thing below lets you know what they have, or what you'll gain after defeating them. Also, as you can see, so I'll just show you the start menu real quick. That shows you what to do next in case you get stuck. Although most of this game is very self-explanatory, so you'll only need this, I guess, if you're coming in cold, you know, and you've forgotten what you're doing. Weapons, programs. Yeah, so that's the save menu. We can also get to the world map from here, but we have to obtain this module that Ada is talking about. Also, as you just heard, the space colony takes damage, both from you know, kind of clumsily attacking things like, you know, the surroundings, but also from if you leave enemy squads too long in the area, like if you stay too long in the area without clearing out the squads, they eventually start to decimate the kind of colony. So you have to make sure that you're not basically wasting too much time. Yeah, just kind of in the areas.
What's going on? I can't get access.
I can see that. It appears the enemy has locked it. We will need to obtain the passcode to unlock it.
Where can we get it?
I assume the enemy who locked it took it with them. We will have to obtain it from them.
Okay, so we have to get a passcode. No prizes for guessing which squad we have to destroy to get that.
We will hold battle position.
Yeah, so the cheap way of killing things, or rather the cowardly way of killing things easily, is by using a charge shot from far away. Because any time you're up close, you have to risk taking damage, basically. This game heavily rewards kind of nimble movement and like situational awareness. It's not too punishing on that, but like you will get hit if you're kind of like not paying attention. But as I say, also it's not overly complicated. It's very intuitive. So like you'll never kind of like, you know, be at the standstill of what to do in terms of like being overwhelmed by enemies. As long as you know, as long as you kind of understand the controls and you kind of get used to them, then it becomes quite intuitive. Cool. So we can now move areas. Whoops. Okay. Then we turn into flight mode Z.O.E. Also, as you notice there, the cockpits in this game are actual cockpits. I think that's kind of like one of the comments in this game that is quite popular to be made. So as you can see, Area Town 1 is being attacked. So let us swoop in and save the day.
Father, you are alive, aren't you?
Yeah, the dialogue, man.
Father,
I detect no human activity.
You mean everyone is dead?
He's probably
That is
dead.
a possibility, but it is more natural to assume the residents were
Yeah.
previously evacuated.
That's true,
Damn
Ada.
it.
I detect vital activity. I will zoom up on subject.
Salvis!
Do you know this person?
Yes.
So here we have a possible love interest, Salvis. Who has one of them? Who has like the most awkward name ever?
Are you all right,
Salvis. I mean, I don't know if that's a real name or not, but
Is that you, Leo?
kind of an awkward,
What are you doing here?
possible
What are you doing
awkward
here?
translation.
You must evacuate to the shelter immediately.
Because the Japanese for that is obviously
Children, they still go to
Sedobisu.
church. So,
So I guess it was only natural to kind of
That's
use that as the
impossible.
romanization of
It's
the name.
suicide to even try. What? Are you crazy? There'll be no one there anyway.
but you can't know for certain unless you go.
Forget about them. You can't do anything if you die too.
Well, I'm not dead yet.
Yeah. So
Enemy has our position and range. I have detected.
you get a gist of basically how the voice acting is, how the plot is, or you know, in general, how the characters speak, and it's awkward to say the least. You know,